Hey guys, this is a general reading, but before I get into the reading or who it's for, I'm just going to say some quick messages real quick. Please keep in mind that these are general readings, so some, none, or all of this may apply. Energy is fluid, so this could have already happened, it could be happening now, it could happen in the future, it may not happen at all. Some, none, or all of this may apply. I can read it as you. It can be someone else close to you. I can read this as love. It can be career. Just apply it to your life as necessary. Don't make it fit if it doesn't. Okay? Thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed to the channel. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. I put out different types of videos. Also, for those of you who have inquired about donations and donated to the channel, it really means a lot to me, for not only the reciprocity of energy, if this video has helped you and all of that, but just, you know, the give take of energy and everything like that. Also, for information on services, so whether donation, services, all of that, my information, PayPal information, email information, all my service information, well, most of it, I'll be updating it soon. Hopefully it will have, I'm in the middle of putting together a website, so I'll actually be able to move it over to there. But all that information is there. So please read all of it, including the disclaimer. Don't just stop at my email address and then email me. It just saves me time. I'm always willing to help somebody out, but if it's there, it saves me time. So please read all of it. But if you still have questions, obviously email me and I'll help you out. So donations, services, all of that information is in the description box below. Any decks that I'm using, I will pin as the top. I'll put the links to the I'll put the links to the decks that you can get, so you know for sure which ones you're getting in the it'll be a pinned comment in the top comment section below. Also, it's also a way to contribute to my channel. It's doing something you were already going to do and it costs you nothing extra. So if you like the deck, you already wanted the deck, you'll know exactly which one you're getting, and it's another way to help contribute to the channel, just as a way of showing gratitude at no extra cost to you, of course. So yeah, please like, share, and comment, subscribe, because between donations, between services, between liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, buying even decks through the links that I provide if you're called to them, they're all ways that help me along my healing journey, that help me heal and learn tools to learn for myself how to heal. To also then learn how to give back to others, because a lot of people, they really need help right now, and it's something that I really am being called to do. I have my master in Reiki, and so I already do that as a service, but I'll be starting to teach that in probably January or February of next year. I have 3 of my 4 shamanic directions of shamanic training done. And if everything goes according to plan in 2020, I will be doing plant spirit medicine, all of which I can either do in person or through distant healing. So it really helps with that, and I greatly appreciate it. I think that's it. Thank you for everything. And so we'll get on to the reading now. This is a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For October 2019. It could also be, if you're cross-watching, like for another sign, if you have significant Virgo in your chart, or if you're just drawn to this video. Also, for more of a complete picture, or if this doesn't resonate with you, you can check out the videos I've already made, or the ones that I will be making for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever you're drawn to, cross-watching, significant placements in your chart, and all of that. Also, just a reminder again, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. I put out different types of videos. Also, it kind of helps more confirm that you're notified of the videos. Sometimes YouTube's kind of off about that a little bit. So I'll get started with your reading. Before I actually say that, though, I'm not sure exactly how heavy of a read this might be. It might be a little bit heavy, because it's clearly something very much about love. There's a lot of heavy energies of sadness, grief, regret, shame, all that. Hopefully I can get through it without crying, because it's pretty deep. But I'll just get started. In the center of your reading, you have the Justice card. I mean, it's deep reading, but it's pretty straightforward, I think. We'll see as I get channeling. But, I mean, you want things to be balanced, but I think there either is a divorce or an ending, or you want there to be. And there needs to be fairness about it. I don't know if you're trying to think fair. I don't know if the other person is, or if you guys are trying to be civil, or if you're going to somebody, either like a judge or a lawyer or something like that, that, you know, has an unbiased decision that can help just basically make the decisions, because just things need to be fair. Whether you're thinking this way or you're going to somebody for help to go this way, basically in a non-egoic manner, non-invested, really. And I think the reason why, what's either hindering this or influencing this, is you have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So a lot of burdens, but a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things to worry about, a lot of weights on your shoulder. I have to say, this reading, I think, is very similar to the last one I did for Scorpio. So you may want to check that out. The energies are very similar. But clearly the burden here, I believe, is not only something that at one time might have made you happy or been all of what you wanted, but, you know, I get a lot here of like family, especially children, or just anything associated with that responsibility of family, or something that just has a lot of emotional investment. You know what I mean? Beyond just yourself. So in the foundation of your reading, or a lot of times what I look at with the subconscious also, is the 2 of Cups. So not only is it a possible falling apart of a current situation, I mean, that's the most obvious thing on the table, is that there is something that was beyond but shared with you that seems to be coming to an end. But I got the vibe too, before I even laid more to clarify it, that there was something else. Plus I don't know if it was your last reading or the one before that, or something about the one about, waiting to figure out what's in other people's hands or something, and even what's in your own, or something. It was that reading where you or somebody else had decided to go back to the logical option or the safe option, or to go back due to feeling like it was what was right, or out of obligation or something like that. And you were really kind of waiting or looking out for or wanting someone else. Part of it because you were really just drawn to that person, but also because you feel, I don't mean to carry it over into this, but you felt a loss of control in this situation. And this other person, like, they just weren't like that. They made you feel better and in more control. So whether you just liked being around them because of that as well, you guys were more suited in that way, or it's just how you used the person, like, to get your frustrations on. because you couldn't do it where you were, so it doesn't matter. But to clarify this, there's destiny and discovery. And destiny is really a card about, for one, it's very much yin yang. You know, you have the white and the dark here, the light, white and black. And destiny is very much about, you know, these souls or spirits or whatever are going up, and they're going before like the committee and seeing what they're going to do when they go back down to earth. And, you know, they love each other, and they found out that they're not going to be together when they go down to earth. And the reason why was because there was so much like failed in the past histories, past attempts, just so much that it's just like, no, we're not doing it again this lifetime. They wanted to really do it this time and make it work and balance those energies and create, like, they can do better together than they can apart. And then one of these people come in, and they're kind of like, they grant their wish, and they get the wish to go down and be together and create together and create more together than separately. And then discovery is about, you know, this person really trying to like love the person, and finally they lose them. They try really hard to like get them back. And like this higher spirit comes and is like, that person doesn't basically have the capacity to love. They can't in the way that you want them to. It was just to show you your capacity to love. So I don't know if now this is a lifetime or an opportunity where maybe that's why it kept failing in the past. And this is an opportunity now to almost like balance the karma or balance the scales of being able to be stronger and create together instead of being toxic together, and reciprocate the love and the energy. I don't know if that's, I think so, because there's somebody or something that's like really on your mind and in your heart. Like the energy is, I'll show you these before I go on. Like you have like just some energies that wanted to come up, or 8 of Swords and 2 of Wands. So helpless and hopeless, and spread your wings. So like you feel trapped and you're at a crossroads. Like you want to free yourself. And then you have base chakra, like root chakra, and the Lovers. So I think you have like this strong desire or pull or passion or whatever towards some type of connection. Like, yes, you have to make a head over heart decision. You have to make a choice like that. But there's it's very much all over the board, like a very strong spiritual connection. You know, not only with this destiny and discovery, these are both all about spiritual connections, both of them. And then you have the Lovers' spiritual connection and root chakra. Like it's all up in who you are. You know what I mean? And it's just something that it hurts you, and it's just not something you can really deny. You know, it's like fighting an essential or a base part of yourself, really. Anyways, in the past, recent past or past, you have the 5 of Swords. So whether this is in the situation you're in now, where there's just a lot of mind games, a lot of it's just all about games and winning and one-upsmanship and all of that. I don't know if it's just in this situation or even possibly with this other person. But either way, this was the energy in the past. What's crowning the reading and what's in your thoughts is the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be you. Either way, it's a part of a partnership. because in your likely outcome, you also have the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So this is one part of a partnership. Just because of the other cards that came out to clarify it, it could be the person you're with, but just because of all the other energies, I think that it's this Two of Cups person, like spiritual relationship person that you're thinking about. You just, I don't know how to show you all these, like a book of cards of bittersweet, workaholic, grief, despondence, expansion, rejection, creation, and soulmate. And what was there's a key phrase in soulmate too. No longer living a lie. It's time to face my true feelings. It is time for him to leave her again, to use the script he always does at this point. He even knows her next line. She will say, "How can you do this to me?" But unexpectedly, she says, "I love you." The words of the script die on his tongue. He struggles to get them out. Just a few words and he will be free, but they won't come. Suddenly, he clasped her to him. He loves her. This is the true freedom he sought. And maybe that's what's being released also. So not only are you possibly stuck in this situation, but you're stuck within your own self. Which is funny because you actually have, here you have the Eight of Swords, and then you have trapped. And it's, this bird is looking at the fulfillment. Which is, you know, also like an Ace of Cups, which is being denied. Under that, you have denial. To enjoy the beauty of a rose, we must risk being pricked by our inner thorns. This offers a new way to live. The best incentive to change is love. What truth am I embracing? No longer living a lie, speaking your truth. But you know, there is an ending of a situation here, I think, and it's bittersweet. And I think you're working a lot through the grief of this and working on expanding yourself. Maybe even a little rejection, either through this person that you're with, or maybe even at first the person that you're thinking about. Maybe it's just not time yet, or your own rejection that you're rejecting within yourself or from the people around you. Whatever, you're experiencing a lot of rejection. Like, and that's why I think it's also the same person, because at first this idea might have came across like it was denied or not a good idea, and then end up being like, yeah, like in the destiny, you or you guys figured out a way to last minute be like, make it work, or be like, yeah, it could be in this lifetime. And it's almost like the same with this. It was like bittersweet, like you worked really hard through the grief. You saw an opportunity and you wanted to bring it to see if it could be taken or done. And it was almost like, it almost seemed like it couldn't. Like it almost seemed like it couldn't be done. But you were very adamant about creating a way. And you did. You created a way. And you know, this is also like the shaman, I believe, the creation. Like, whether you know it or not, you might be working with the spirit realms or spiritually being guided or whatever to accept and take on this soulmate and not lie to yourself anymore about it. And in your likely future, you have the Page of Pentacles. So this could just be career, project, whatever, but this could be you going and starting this path of creating it and putting it together. It's like you feel it within you. Like at the bottom of this, purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Which is funny that it's matching up with this destiny card. And underneath that, I mean, there's so many cards, I mean, there's so many feelings that are trying to pull you back. You know, there's death and failure, and I'm not going to list them up for the sake of time, but denial, guilt, regret, blame, indecision, change, worry, envy, loneliness. Like, so many things that could possibly hold you back. And I don't really even know fully what to say about this, but I guess what I would say if I had to sit and think about it is, you know, don't let those things hold you back, because I think you figure out a way to get it done. And it almost wasn't going to be. And on the other side, I mean, if you want to take this on or look at it this way, but you know, you fought for it to be. It almost shouldn't have been. The odds were against you. And they might still be against you. You know what I mean? Like, this might be something that you have to fight for and fight through to have. It's not going to be easy, just like it hasn't been in so many past lifetimes, if this is true to your case. Regardless whether it is or not, that doesn't matter. Like, if there's something that's this strong, I mean, this strong, that this is the Eight of Pentacles, that you're really working on it. Like, this is, to me, when I see this card, this is like something this guy, he just dreams about, he sees, he thinks about. It's everything that he wants, and he's working to create it. Dedicated effort. This is what's on the bottom of the deck. This is going to take dedicated effort on your part, as with this, with the Page of Pentacles. This is the beginning of a journey of learning, trying things, picking up skills, trial and error. Like, you're not going to be the same person or have the same skills or any of that by the end of all of it, of everything. This is a whole new phase, a whole new way of being. It's going to address things of your confidence and your will and your self-esteem. It's going to help you blossom. Judgment, to see things, to have this come back together. It's going to take control, discipline, strength, endurance, taking time away to reflect and to go within. It's not going to be a straight shot. You know, so you have here like Hermits, and then you have Nine of Wands, like rest and reconsider. Just breathe, like go to your higher self and your guides. It's going to take patience. Seven of Pentacles, awaiting results. You're going to have to face things. Devil card about you. You're going to have to let your heart out of this box that you have it in. Like, it's probably like this. What would the symbolism of that be? The crow. Your heart. Crow, very much significant. For one, it's very magical, but of the underworld. And the underworld is of your subconscious, especially including your emotions. So you really have, like, you have shadow work to do. And you've got some emotions that you need to address, because you've got some stuff really boxed up and caged in that need to be let free. And it's not going to be pleasant. Like, I guess why I'm saying this is I don't want you to take something that's that important to you and let you be pushed away or scared away. I mean, if anybody can do this, it would be, one of the signs would be a Virgo. I mean, you guys are just, you're workers, you critique, you see things, you see the details in things, you know what I mean? Like, just don't take this lightly, because it's a new journey you're going to be going on, like a passionate one. Like, there's feelings involved, and you're going to have to see that. Like, you either are going to be stuck, or it might make you stuck sometimes, but Don't run away from that connection. Like, go confidently towards that connection. You can't block yourself off anymore. And this was on the bottom of the deck, 6 of Cups. Like, Virgos very much work towards things. I think I'm speaking more of male energy here. I don't know why I feel more of male energy, but apply it to your life if necessary. I think the female Virgos tend to go after a little bit more of what they want, but they're, they do go a little bit more within too, but especially the males do. So it's really something you're going to have to work through, and it's going to make you address a lot of things about yourself. But considering this is such a spiritual relationship and you had to work so hard to make it be, it's going to take sacrifice, and it's going to take discipline, and it's going to take work. It's not going to be an easy relationship. It's not just going to be like, boom, done. It's going to be one that it's going to test you. It's going to make you grow. It's going to show you every color of the rainbow of emotion. I'm just saying. It is. So just be prepared for that. And that doesn't mean, oh, it's not worth it. Screw that. Just have the right perspective going into this. Which honestly, in a way, I don't know how you think about that. It might depend on you individually, because on one hand, you can be like, oh, that sucks. I don't want to deal with that. But on the other hand, you might actually like low-key like it, just because you love things that make you like growth. You like expansion. You know what I mean? I don't know if you'll like that it's going to be you that you're working on and doing, but kind of like you guys like working on yourselves too. So it depends. Some project more and some do it more internally. So just know, for those of you that this applies to, a lot of this is going to be externally. This other person probably will have to go through a lot too, but it's not really for you to worry about, Excuse me. Anyways, how you see yourself, the Chariot. So, I mean, you could be traveling, but I see as it's like you know what you want. Like, you're just moving forward. You're like all your sights are set. Like, I was just so focused on this as like the star, and it was almost seemed to me like a headlight or a flashlight, or just everything's going in the same direction. It doesn't mean it's, not uncomfortable and kind of painful, but let's see. I'm not sure if you've moved that way yet, though. I think you're still setting things into action. I think you're looking, and everything's looking in the same direction, but you haven't really made any moves yet, except for what's in your immediate environment and situation. And I think you're becoming more like stronger and within your decision, like stronger foundation of things, not as not as like all over the place, but you've become more confident and secure in your foundation of your thinking, of like you're gonna move towards this 2 of Cups energy, and this whole I don't know is, to your knowledge right now, it's in the past. Like you know what you want to do. It's the biggest thing it's saying is, I haven't moved that way yet. I'm preparing my environment for it, but I know which way I want to go. What's in your environment is you have the Emperor. So this could be someone around you, and it's kind of like I was saying in the other reading, it could be somebody who's a little bit controlling. But I think this is also the energy with you too, in the sense of you know what you want now. But whoever was in your environment or still is as you're closing things up, this is part of the Five of Swords energy. The whole, you know, just bickering back and forth, lower energy, you know, who's going to win? I'm better than you. I one upped you. Like, not thinking of the other person, not even thinking of what you're saying or how you're saying it. It's just to get your point across or to win or it just doesn't matter. This is really technically like the lower energy of the Emperor. Very egoic. And this could be you too. I mean, apply it as necessary. It could be both of you. It doesn't matter. It's not higher vibrational. It's not higher frequency. It's not of love. It's of duty and creating things, making things work, controlling, dictatorship, lack of emotion, which, I mean, the Emperor can have emotion and just be balanced in it, but based with everything else that's coming up, it was not a strong, sturdy foundation, and that which it was not of high vibration or really of love. And I don't know if you just really want somebody, like what's in your thoughts is the Queen of Pentacles. Like if you want somebody who's softer, they're more nurturing. Whether it's because both of you are like this and you're like, well, both of us can't be like this. You know, this sucks. And you need, because there's the white and the dark, the white and the black. You know, it's very yin-yangish. So it might even be to where, like, let's say the person that you were with, and I'm not saying it's this way, it just might be for some of you or one of you or whatever, was almost too much like you. Like when you have that Five of, you know, Swords energy, it was just both the same, going back at each other. And it was just exactly like you had, where is it? Here too, like just passing the ball between the two. It's just the same, just do, like it was not complementary energies. And I feel like you think something about this, like this being the person that you're thinking of. I think it's the soulmate energy, the one you're not with that you keep thinking about. I think you think that they will balance you out, that they'll soften you a little bit. I don't know if you really want that, but at the very least balance. Not want like it's bad, but I don't know if you're thinking that. To balance your energies. It's more of a softer, nurturing, feminine energy. And you could probably stand to use that a little bit because you might have become too rigid, being already the Emperor and possibly being around another Emperor energy and being around this. This energy makes you hard. This energy closes up your heart. And remember, your heart, like this crow or raven, it's in a cage. You have your heart in a cage because of this. This is you with your heart in a cage. And I think maybe you think either this person holds your heart or they have a key to your heart, or you think they can help you release the restrictions on your heart. Whether you guys end up together or not, probably just through the interaction, something about it will help you with that, because I just get this vibe that you've really kind of shut down and became very rigid, and it's not sustainable. I mean, at this point, it's kind of like one of those things where you keep going in that type of energy and it becomes life or death. You know what I mean? It's that type that suffocates you and destroys you. Almost like how, you know, people can legit die of heartbreak. Something like that. Like their just energy is crushed. It's smothered. It's like if you put a thing over a candle, it just smothers it out. So make sure you also balance your energy too, also, because you don't want to bring all this to this person. I mean, they might have their own stuff to work through, but don't place them so much on a pedestal that you don't realize they're a real person. Just saying as a piece of advice, like they're a real person. They're not going to be this picture perfect image that you put out. Just please remember that. I think that's why I was saying to you earlier, please remember this is going to be work. It's not going to be a walk in the park. You know, there's going to be sacrifice, and not even to get it, like to maintain it. I mean, obviously it would probably get better over time, but the thing is, when you have relationships, like when you're so much alike, at first it works out decently well. All right. And then once like that newness wears off, or that honeymoon phase wears off, not always, but most of the time it doesn't work out too well because there's not enough contrast. You're just looking at so much of yourself and they're already like you. How are you going to learn? I mean, I guess you can if you see the mirroring and see that that's not you and then you evolve, but then usually those people that do see it and evolve, it falls apart anyways because most people don't evolve, you know what I mean? So even if you evolve, they may not evolve, or there may be problems and they can't accept you while you're evolving, and then it puts responsibility on them and blah, 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 blah. I mean, there's just so many issues with it. Both can have issues. I mean, even if you're, you know, more of complementary natures when you come together, if you're not mature or evolved enough, you know, you don't know how to compromise or really love each other in order to accept each other and find the middle ground and stuff like that, then it could be a problem too. So, but either way, to come off the tangent or whatever you want to call that, I think you're looking for a complementary nature and not a nature that is more like yours, or one that seems to end up having been like smothering you and making this cage around your heart just getting tighter. And I don't know if you felt even like just the heaviness and the tightness in your heart just getting tighter and tighter, just right here in your chest, or it can even go up sometimes your higher heart into your throat. I don't know if you've been feeling that way, and if you are, then I really hope that you are making some of these changes that it seems like you're making, because it seems like you really need to, whether you go to this other person or not, honestly. But go with the flow on this and know that it may not stay together. It just may not be easy. It might come and free you and then go, or it might come together and be work. Just have no expectations, but do the work and be willing to grow. How the environment sees you is the Five of Swords, which they're kind of sickly here. So I don't know, maybe both of you, at the least they see you like this, but there may be a chance that like maybe both of you guys have just been struggling the heck along, you know, just really trying to make this work for whatever reason, whether it's for the family or money or whatever. And you guys have just been trying to like kick it, you know, and just keep going and just going and just going. And it's not turning out like the Energizer Bunny where they're going and looking the same. You guys are going and going and you're falling apart. Like to the point where somebody's values and staying power is not a good thing. Again, I kind of described a little bit of that in the Scorpio reading, so you may want to watch that. It probably will really benefit you to do that. But there's a difference between like sacrificing and growing. Like, and sacrificing, like, and your soul is dying. You know what I mean? Like, so just watch that. I don't want to waste the time here to do that, but basically, in a nutshell, if you keep sacrificing and you're falling apart, then, you know, that's not something you should do in this world. Like, your soul is screaming at you. Like, sometimes you can sacrifice because it's just maturing, and then you just get better and you mature and you go. But when it's a soul lesson and you're not listening to it and you keep sacrificing and sacrificing it, like, it doesn't help. It doesn't get better. Like, you fall apart. And maybe that's why this person has a key to making you feel better or freeing you. I mean, I think freeing yourself from this will help anyways, but I don't know why I keep getting about, like, key to either your heart or to freeing you. Or to help you remember you or something. Like, I don't know if over this process, like, this makes me want to cry. Like, you forgot who you were. In your hopes, you have the Tower in the World. I mean, this is your hopes. This is what you're wanting and what you're hoping for. So you want a change in your life. You want an end to a cycle in your life. And I mean, if you think about it too, I mean, this is it's the end of October, so it's Scorpionic energy. So I see this as Uranus type energy, but also Scorpio type energy. So like death and rebirth, like you want it. What you fear is the Six of Swords reversed. I think you fear things staying unequal and unbalanced. Just not right. You have, these are 3 other cards that want to come out. You have fork in the road, like needing to make a decision and going in a different way. And then you have regeneration reversed. And then you have to be fair. So again, here's your Justice card. So making the decision, but also to be fair in this decision. But this is making a decision. This is also making a decision. In the middle, you have regeneration upside down, reversed. Not rebirth, not renewing, not second chances, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, however many chances. Choosing no. In your likely outcome, so in your likely future, you have the Page of Pentacles. In your likely outcome, you have the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So, new beginning, your new creative spark you're looking for. This is your zest of life, whether it's through passion, whether it's creation, whether it's sex, whether it's this person, whatever it is, you do get it back, and I don't know if I want to say you level up. I mean, you're the Emperor right here. But you definitely, I mean, they're seeing you as the Five of Pentacles. Like, you definitely become more grounded, more definitely established and secure within yourself. And there's this new kind of beginning. You're coming across as a better energy than the Emperor. But I think it might also be, I'm not sure of this part, but, you know, where you have, you know, here's your couple. So I don't know if this is you trying to go after this, or if this is just doing you right now. This isn't like right now, like this isn't ready yet, but you're just doing you and getting you together right now. Because I kind of hope you do that. If you do, this is somewhat real for you, because you are carrying around a lot of heavy energy. I mean, with denial, death, what were they? Death, failure, denial, guilt, regret, blame, indecision, change, worry, envy, loneliness. Like, That's a lot of heavy energy that you're going to have to work through. So if you can, I mean, try to get rid of and purge some of that on your own. If you want to make it a little bit easier about getting this person or coming together with this person. Your energy right now, well, I guess I'll go here. So you're at an impasse. Again, here's your crossroads. And then you have perception. And I think this is something like heart-based. Like something heart-centered transformation. And then you have completion, like putting something to rest. And then enlightenment. So you are going to have some type of, for sure, heart opening and awakening or perception change. And I don't know if it's just going to be from ending this situation or from this person. Again, I want to keep reiterating, it's not going to be just smooth. Because there is also like, I feel like there's a past thing here about this. So there might also be like grief and hurt with it. And it's a spiritual connection. Most spiritual connections, especially when they're opposite balancing or complementary energies, you know, it takes work and growth and what's the word? Compromising and all that. And sacrificing. And I want to say this. She might be like, oh my God, I just sacrificed for a long time. The difference is in this type of situation, or any really, the reason it sucks so bad for you and you're in the place you're in right now is because you sacrificed way too long and way too much. This type of sacrifice will be different. It'll probably be one where both are working. You'll see growth. You know what I mean? Like it'll suck, but you'll see growth, and you'll have goods and like uhs. Like it'll suck, but it'll be good. And then eventually it'll be more goods than not good. And they'll both be working. You'll see improvement on both sides, you know, instead of just both staying crappy and both falling and spiraling while they're just passing the ball back and forth as they're dropping. The difference is instead of passing the ball and dropping as you're spiraling, the ball will be passing as you're kind of rising. That's the difference. If you don't see that, then not the right one. But that's just to let you know that's going to be the difference of what's going to happen here. Just because I know. And you're going to work either way. And honestly, you would be bored in a relationship where you didn't have to, just to let you know. But the difference is this work pays off for you and makes things better and better for you instead of the work that sucks the life out of you. So your energy right now is Stingray. I'm not sure if there's anything with the chakras, but for one, this is a water animal. So, on one hand, I want to say get out of your emotions, even though you need to embrace your emotions, but they're trapped right now. You're kind of in negative emotions, which is why it's trapped. Once you are able to get out of your emotions, like it says here, spreading your wings, like making the decision to, like the crossroads, Two of Wands, spread your wings. Making this decision, spreading your wings, like you need to come out of your emotions, and then the energy that's advised or to become is Firefly. Even though this Firefly is smaller than this Stingray, like you might have to humble yourself a little bit. You might have to let go of some things. You might have to see yourself as becoming smaller, or as you took a downgrade in life, whatever, however your perception is going to see that. Exactly like with this, like your perception, like putting something to rest, they're losing something. But enlightenment, like you gain something so much more, which matches the yellow here too. Like you might see yourself as taking a downgrade or becoming smaller or in whatever way, but you are going to have enlightenment. It's going to help your confidence. You're going to have to work through it, but you have wings now. Like now you can fly. Like you're not going to be trapped anymore. You can fly. And eventually you will become like the dragonfly. The dragonfly, when it transforms, it's like, I think one of, or if not the only one, that when it transforms, it can go in any direction. And then you have bee, like worker bee, turtle, ground yourself. You are going to have to work through your shadow. I mean, just know that. But know that you're going to have to, for a minute, think more logically and not deal with your emotions. Get out of this situation, get in a safe environment so that you can more properly deal with your emotions, so that a lot of these lower ones are released. As I think that's what's protecting this part of your heart, like this genuine part, is it's almost like you're subconsciously protecting it so that it doesn't get tainted by all this negativity. It's like that one last little drop of you that's left. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's too poetic or, it doesn't make sense or whatever, but it's like that one little last drop of you, and you are protecting it like no other. And you have to get in a safe environment to feel like you can release that again. It might even take you a little while, even after being around this person, honestly, before you could do that. But either way, you still will have been able to release some of the other stuff that you need to. That is why you're protecting it anyways from that stuff. Like right now, it's like all the darkness is within you, and there's this illusion of light around you. Like, yeah, no, nothing's going on. And you're going to have to release that and let that negativity out, even if it's around you for a while, even if you're sitting in your shadow for a while. Because as you let it out and you get your wings back and you get a little bit of your confidence back and your enlightenment back and you start to fly again, it's going to shine through that darkness. It's not going to matter anyways. And then you're going to be able to go in whatever direction. So, please remember that. I hope that really helps you. Let's see. Feel guided. If you need any help on this also, please let me know. Or, hit me up for a session, or I do energy work too, and shamanic work. I don't have it listed yet. After November, I will have it listed. Or like a reading or a one-on-one session or Reiki or energy work or chakra clearing, or just if you need help with it in any way, even whether you think I do it or not, I'll be honest with you and let you know if I can help you or not. Hit me up, look in the description box below for the information, or email me or whatever, because you may need help with this, even if it's just someone to talk to or bounce ideas off of, or how the process normally goes, or it's just a new way of being. It's a new way of remapping your brain and your thinking and your neural pathways. And it's a lot of change. It's a lot of change for your body, even your heart. You can be having heart palpitations or, tightening or anxiety or and I give you a lot of credit if you are doing this, whether for another person or not, just for the fact that you're doing it to save yourself. A lot of people don't have the courage to do that, not even for themselves, just because of based off traditions and beliefs and what they're told, or what they even told themselves when they were younger, whatever. It takes courage to walk a new path, and to even chance being wrong, or to chance falling further than where you possibly are now. I don't think that's what's going to happen to you, but you get what I'm saying. Me, a card advice for Virgo. Yeah. So you have elephant spirit. You have learned from the past. So not only in this relationship that you are in and how all of that just drove all that south, but if you do have, I want to look into this Queen of Pentacles energy, but if you do have a history of, you know, what went wrong with that or whatever, learn from that, but absolutely learn from this current situation too, and all the other life lessons. Anything else? Let's go for Virgo. Be loyal to what you love. So, like I said, I feel like for not all of you, but a lot of you, that some of you, it's just one of you and the relationship wasn't that great in this current one, but I feel like there was like a ping pong match back and forth between the two. So learn from the past, learn from your life experiences. If you love something or it's important to you, be loyal to it. Don't take it for granted. Let your ego and pride go aside. Nothing is wasted. Know that this situation was meant to happen. It was a lesson to help you with moving forward. Also, possibly even like you may not be, like say with this Queen of Pentacles, you end up getting with her, him or her, whatever. You may not have been able to pull that off or make it work or balance in the right ways or have the lessons that you were supposed to learn if you weren't with this person who you're with now. So just know that there's a reason for all of that. Nothing is wasted. Transformation is beautiful. And oh, there's two here. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. Parrot spirit, watch your words. Yeah, because like I said, I think you're going to be in some lower energies at first. You're going to be releasing, not only are you releasing what's already in you, but you're probably going to have a lot of fears and a lot of doubts and a lot of insecurities pop up. So, all right, so we'll pull a shaman card for you. And then we'll be done. It's weird, as in depth as that reading was, it's probably like my shortest reading. Oh, that's right. I wanted to pull on the Queen of Pentacles real quick. You have the spiral. So I think that's coming out of patterns and lessons. The spiral. To renew yourself, you must shed your old skin. You have already done this, so do not keep scraping away at the old, but welcome the soft new skin that is starting to grow. Break the habit of working on your faults all the time and let nature take its course. Know that a new skin feels vulnerable and scary at times. This is why you need to watch your words too. Trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides your journey of renewal. A descent to depths and a rebirth. Allow nothing to get in the way of this process. As the time is right and the forces of nature are supporting you in this endeavor, using stones, twigs, or yarn, build a spiral on the ground that is large enough to walk through with at least 3 turns. Enter the spiral slowly. Once at the center, offer to the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. As you walk back the way you entered, feel recharged for a new journey. The spiral is a guide to entering deep into one's consciousness. It's kind of like setting intention and the unknown. And then extending far out into the heavens. It's crucial to surrender to this journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depths of the psyche and its energy is released to give birth to new reality. This shape, the spiral, the coil, well, it's the shape and the form of a coiled serpent, has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. So let me see real quick. I don't know how much I'll be able to get. Let's see how the Queen of Pentacles feels about you. I'll go into it really quickly, but if you want to know more, obviously hit me up for a reading. And this is general. I can apply to everybody. How does the Queen of Pentacles see Virgo? They might have actually be one of the people that you had the Five of Swords energy with. Hopefully, that might be why you might have to watch your words. And I don't know if they did it back with you, but why do they see Virgo this way? I think you just weren't really bringing it and all really committed. Or maybe you were more committed to what you were currently in. But maybe you had a change in a way of thinking like that, and now things have turned. New beginning. It's not really explaining a lot. Why the Five of Swords? There was just a lot of feeling like left out in the cold, confusion, maybe even mind games or emotional manipulation, like emotionally worrying about or doing like for yourself. Having to like really defend yourself, been through a lot. I don't know if you guys have just been through a lot. Who? Let's see. Because maybe this is who you're with. I don't know. Let's see. I don't get the vibe of that though. Either that or it's also making things right with this person. Like say you're not with somebody, it could also be making things right with this person because there's like this is your wish or whatever, but there's a lot of burdens that you're carrying. And either you or they, flip-flop it as necessary, weren't the greatest to you in the past, or you weren't the greatest to them in the past. They probably knew, you know, how you were feeling, even though you were acting a certain way with them. They probably knew, you know, why you were acting certain ways. Even though they're tired of it, they see it as the Five of Swords. They probably know why and do have a certain level of compassion about it. But it was probably just like, I don't know. I don't know if enough became enough. Like, what's the current status between you and the Queen of Swords? Yeah. It's like Five of Cups and Four of Swords. What does the Queen of Pentacles want? She or he may not know. Maybe distance off. Yeah, because it just hasn't been great in the past. Like, they just see, like, deceit and egoic nature and cockiness and, you know, attention-getting behaviors and just caring about what other people think more. Yeah, like I said, you got a lot of work cut out for you. Yeah, you or they walked away. What's in their heart? You both have, you know, the Ten of Cups in your heart. But the outside situation that you see is kind of like, because it's not being worked on and fed in a truly genuine way. So Or they could be their own family is what's in their heart. I don't. What's in their heart? So you both have things to work through because it's like you're mirroring each other. Like you have energies to clear that are not of the highest energy, and they have energies to clear that are not of the highest energy or vibration. Because you're kind of mirroring, like they have the 5 of Swords and the 10 of Cups, and you have the 5 of Swords and 10 of Cups. So this either could have been with each other or just the energies that are within the two of you. Whoever and whatever it's for, though, it's going to take dedicated effort on your part, and you need to take them off a pedestal and realize they're a real person. There's some shadow work to be done here. And there's Justice, Ace of Cups, 10 of Wands. And you have the Tower, Page of Cups, 10 of Swords, 9 of Cups. Yeah, like when you be done with this old cycle and this old way of being, and you actually put in the work and the effort, and you guys both grow and have these epiphanies instead of trying to like just be prideful and be right and win and have your way and all that type of stuff. Like you actually work together and compromise, it grows. If you don't, it won't. That's the way it goes. I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I hope this helps. Keep your head up. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. And comment, please, even if I don't have time to respond to all of them. I like reading them and hearing you guys' thoughts and everything. Also, if you're interested in any of these decks, I'll put the links in pinned as a top comment in the comment section below. If you're interested in services, donations for exchange of energy, give, take, reciprocation, or if this helped you at all or whatever, PayPal information's in the description box below. All the information's in the description box. My email information's in the description box. All that great stuff. Okay? I love you guys. I'll be talking to you and seeing you soon. Bye.